I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today's July 17, Monday 2023. So we got this bullish candle here. We did retrace first, take out some liquidity on a smaller time frame, and then we shot up, took out those equal highs right here, took out that piece of liquidity right there on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, you can see it as well. I'll show you the 1 hour now since we're on this screen, and that was the piece of liquidity right there. So we ran right to it at the end of the day. Very sneaky at them, but that's expected. And yeah, so we came in today. We came a little lower, got into this imbalance here on the 4 hour, and over here on the daily, we well, you can't really see it too much on the daily, but let me go into a smaller time frame. But you had this liquidity built from last week on Wednesday. Then you had this on Friday, right? So your two options were either going to break down from here or is going to go back up and take that out. Well, the whole purpose of ES and NAS, they're flying up because they got these gaps. This big gap on ES right here, obviously, I think I mentioned this a while ago, but it's finally kind of coming out. But you see, we didn't take it out all the way, but that's the purpose of us driving up. And I don't think they're done. I think we still have news this week, and they can still grab this. But once this is here, I mean, it's all sells. It could be selling from here too, but at the same time, they got this gap here, so they might relive this in a while from now. We might spend the next 8 days doing this, 6 days doing this down, and then we come up one more time. That's very possible. So in the picture for us, as far as Dow goes, how would that look like? Well, we came up and we took that liquidity, and for us, it would be kind of maybe even grabbing that or coming right back up to that high. I don't really seeing it going higher than that though. Even if you look on the daily over here, kind of hard to see, but there's another piece of liquidity up there. But I don't, again, I like this area. For it to come back up, I would have liked it to sell from here, but at the same time, you got to remember we have those equal highs sitting there. It's like a little too obvious. So real quick here, try to show you on a smaller time frame. I'm going to squinch this up a little bit. This is 5 minute. You had that high right there, you see it, and we didn't take out that high, and I took that sell, remember? So watch previous videos so this makes sense. And then we ended up here. Now what we did is we opened up, we came down, we came up, we took out Asia in London, right? Came up, and then it's hard to explain everything, but just picture lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, kind of leg down to retrace and balance most of this price. Got right back into here. As you see the price at pre-New York or New York, whatever, right? Came down and then closed up more of the open range gap. Watch that previous video so this makes sense. And then also what was very key here, how we stopped, this is a 15 minute. If you look here, yes, we have that imbalance, but then you have this inversion imbalance right there. So looking to the left of the chart, you'll see that, look at the bodies respecting here. I'm gonna just put it right here, which is now here. You can't see this well on a 5 minute, but on the 15 minute, you can see the bodies. Look at the bodies respecting it. See that? See that right there? Yeah, wicks come through a little bit, but this inversion imbalance held. So they came into this price imbalance a little bit below the 50% of it, right? Cleared some of that out, got and held into this inversion imbalance on the 15. Looked pretty clean there, and you can see it here. So you know the price is kind of stopped, and at the same time, if it's a buying day or not. As we're coming down already and we're here in New York, well, we're generally gonna buy for a retrace at the least to take out some liquidity. Well, we have here, here, and there. That was my main target for the buy. And on top of that, on the 1 hour, you can see this clear. Was it the 1 hour? No, 15 minute. I'm sorry. Yeah. So on the 15 minute here, when we're in this little area, look how the price opened up at 9:30. Opened up here. Opened up here, shot up, took out the liquidity here, right? Shot all the way back down. Now, when it's coming down, you might think, oh, it's going to bust right through, and that's possible. But at the same time, we have these equal highs here. So your ideas are like, okay, well, we retraced. We have built liquidity sitting right there. I mean, look how close that is. And to top it off, besides these two highs, you have ES trying to reach and fill up that gap that we just showed you. So that's showing you that indices or the futures are going up higher. And it's not long term or anything, just in general that you could have a potential up right here. Me, I was happy with just coming out to take out this high right here. Sure enough, if you look here on the 15 minute, look at this wick. This wick came all the way down. That's at 9:30 up. So it came down and look where it stopped exactly. Stopped right on that 15 minute open block right there. See that? And this is the most down candle in this whole area. So yes, we already came with it here, right? But then when it comes back and it sits right there, and in this case, it's kind of hard to see it over here, but it'd be pretty much this block here, this block right here, but you don't reach it with this block, so it's going to be a little tricky here. But knowing on the higher time frame that it smacked that 15 minute open, that's a big signal, and it stops dead in its tracks, right? So that's a signal to buy already. I'm gonna go to a 1 minute real quick, just kind of it does help a little bit. But so as you see, we shot up, we came right back, we took out that liquidity, and I expected it to stay in this block here. It's because we already got this down block right here, and it's already been bought from here. Not saying the price couldn't come a little lower, but if we're gonna hold these extreme blocks here, this one is your next one, and sure enough, as you see to the right, look how it taps in. Plus we have that imbalance right there. Oh, excuse me. This is a little stretched out too much. What is this, 1 minute? Yeah. So you see how you have this imbalance sitting right there. And then you're coming into this block right here. So this is, you have all that going on. And then that signals the buy for what? Because now you have a high and you have a higher low type of idea. That's how I see it. That's how I see the market. So, and then again, the top side, right? So anyways, shoots up. You could have been you could have entered here as well. This price on the 1 minute comes into that imbalance, taps that down block right here. And if you were waiting for this, then you would have never got it. But this is also a previous week gap sitting here. See this right here? So, and this is also the open of the week here. And but hitting this gap too, 50% of it, and into there, that's a very nice signal to buy. So we're taking it to up here to take out, where can we show you here? That liquidity sitting right there. All right, on the 1 hour, you can see it's a swing high right here. So that was a target right there, pretty much out of the trade. Now, the thing is that I knew it would kind of keep going, but I had to go measure for a suit for my wedding. In December, but there's so much pre-shit to do. So I was having a short day anyway. I happened to be waiting for this to finish because I don't like this area. There's too much uncertainty. Not because I don't think it's going to come up here. I do think it's going to come up here, but trying to catch this, I'm not trying to catch tops, and it's a little ugly, which yes, I do catch tops, but I don't like it where we are because it's like, okay, this thing could just go, right? You don't know. So, but I did have this outlined. I marked this level here. We ran through it. And then we had this as for me was a final, like, I was looking for my sell after it took this high if it did. So if you were watching price, this is playing around all day and I'm waiting for this And here they told on themselves, like they literally told on themselves. So we have this first green line. So you got 3 on my screen, right? So the first green line is that high. Okay, I knew that was for sure, right? But I was just taking my profit. But look how it look what it does. Look what it does. So it literally smacks that same level, right? I tried to take a sell here, and it was going about $800 worth. Very small range, and then it came back up against me, right? So I was out. I managed it well. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for you to fucking do what you're done doing, because I know what you're doing. Meaning they're building liquidity. So they didn't even take out that high with this high. So then look again, comes back again, and it literally is the same level. So I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. I'm waiting for you guys to bust through, wipe out this liquidity. And sure enough, we do here. So, and to me, this is also suspect, because I know that looking on the 4-hour, I know I got that high right there. Sure enough, we blast right through it. And if you were watching, it was, just very, very crazy, but blasted right through to this here. So once we reached here, now this is that last green line, which is now this is that high. That's a major high right there. So you're going to get a reaction, possibly a reversal. Not saying the top is done or anything, but I'm just saying this is a shot that I take, that I'm waiting for. So I'm waiting for this. Yeah, I took my shot here and it didn't pan out. Oh well, but I know so we got this big ass movement here. And then on the 32nd, you can see it very clear. For me, it was clearer. Here's the 32nd, and this is happening really fast, and they're doing it what time of the day? So the power hour, I also knew, to add to what I'm saying, I knew the power hour, when 3 o'clock kicks in, it was going to start taking, because look, remember, we have all these equal highs here, and we're not taking it out. So I knew the power hour would do it, which is 3 o'clock. And then sure enough, shoots up. And then now we're up here. It's like, okay, well, what are you going to do? You're going to keep buying from here? My other charts show that ES and NAS are selling. This is the sell that I'm waiting for. So price breaks down here. It goes right back into that last up block, which is 32nd, and then came right back up again to it equally. So stop loss is going to be up here. I didn't even have to have it that far. I could have had it just sitting like right here or here. But if it was going to go any higher, then it's just not the right trade yet, right? But the 1 minute it was clear, but it just, I didn't like the odds, but it still worked out too. So breaks down, comes right back into this block. This is the pattern that I look for. And then if you go on a smaller time frame, you can see that it hit a resistance block. You can't see it here. I saw this on a 10-second, to be honest, and right there. So hits that block right there. This is an also automatic sell as well. But the confluence is this block. There's 2 of them here on the 10-second, plus this block right here. So we break through and we come back. It's like resistance, right? Anyways, we take that down, and unfortunately with this, I told you guys, I think I told you I have using a prop firm to be able to teach you. I want to do well in the prop firm, so I can then tell people how, because everyone has prop firms, and tell them how to pass it, how to, what are the tricks here. They only let you close trades till 4:10. So by 4:10 p.m. Eastern time, you have to have your trades flat. So I took this sell to as far as it would go, and I wanted to take out this piece of liquidity here. This would probably be next, but at the same time, by 4:05 or 4 or 3, whatever, I had to close it, because I'm not going to sit here and I don't have any other choice. I don't like that about prop firms, but at the same time, man, because this would be a trade that I would hold for long term as well. Like, I'd want to hold this to try to fucking come down here. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, with prop firms, you can't do that. Unless you guys know of a prop firm that does. I don't really do the major research on it. But long story short, that had to cut it off here. So tomorrow, long story short as well, look at the way this candle closes, right? That's pretty scary. Not scary, but that's kind of bearish in my opinion. But I know ES has some more room up top, so They might peak up, and then we might just diverge down. So we might never ever come back up here, but we might come back up into this wick, make like a, see how we're forming a swing high here. So we'll get maybe one more candle that pops up in the 4 hour, which maybe pops up like up into this area here. See that? I'm on a 1 minute, right? Yeah. So we get up into here a little bit. We get into a resistance area here, possibly here. I don't know if they take liquidity up to here, but you know, somewhere in this vicinity. And then we just start making our way lower. And then if I go to a 5 minute, I want to make this video done. You know, we have obviously many targets down here. Actually, if I just go to a 4 hour, so that low right there, rest of this imbalance, that low right there, getting into this daily imbalance would be generally my near term goal type of idea. All right, hope this helps. You guys take care and God bless.